everybody, it's Robin from Talks from the Heart. Well, I'm going to show you my current planner stack. This is mid 2022, and these are all the things that I either started the year with and I'm still going strong, or I do infrequently touch these planners. So I'm going to start with the least amount used. It's this one. This is the standard size TN. It's just a cheap one that I got on Amazon. I added some pockets. This was where I was going to study my Spanish, and I have just an insert with the monthly that now this is a good idea. Actually, I think this is a really good idea. It just didn't work for me, and I'm kind of revamping it as we speak, but I will show that in my what I'm going to be using in 2023 in the latter part of this year. I don't know what I'll name that video, but this actually, in theory, was a really good idea. I don't like this size, so I just didn't gravitate towards it at all. So this is from Kawaii Designs. We're not going to do thorough flip-throughs of all this stuff, but I will kind of do a general, overview. So these are just some words that I wanted to learn. This is an insert from Hobby Lobby, and what I did was I just decorated it and dated it, and then each day I was going to learn a word. Well, that lasted all of 30 seconds, and then I was going to make it into a sentence. And this was going to be kind of like my tracker insert. And then this insert was going to be where I wrote out, you can see it was February, you guys. I wrote out the word numerous times to just practice, because I do believe that I learn better when I'm writing it out. And it didn't last, because I don't have the time, but I do have the time. I just didn't click with the process. It kind of got away from me. That didn't make sense. I didn't click with the process. It just didn't click with me. So I'm also very much a flashcards person. So I'm setting up another planner as we speak in a different size, and I'm hoping that works, and I will show that to you guys. All right, this is my poem and doodle journal. It is in a Taroko Design Breeze. It's Tomoe River paper, and I still go pretty strong with this. I'm flipping because I don't know how far back. So I do poems, and then I doodle. I just play with my fountain pens. Here's something I did on a video. So fun. And then I skipped because there was some blotting, but here is another video that I did when I did my currently inked videos. I've not been spending a lot of time with my fountain pens lately, but I still, I just came across a poem yesterday and transcribed it, and I put it in my rings, but I will then transcribe it into this book. I don't know why I don't have a cover for this. Really strange. I don't know, I've just kind of tucked it in the planner cart, and I've not really decorated it, but I do love it when I do my currently inked, and sometimes I write a poem and I put it in here. So this is a constant with me. I am still going strong with my scribe project, where I'm scribing a book. This is the Cosmo Air Light notebook from Danica 58. You guys, if you're looking for fountain pen friendly notebooks, yeah, I'm on chapter 4. I work on it a little bit at a time, but I've not given up on this at all. So if you're looking, and then this cover was made for me as a gift by Sarah, and I treasure it. I love this leather. So if you're looking for fountain pen friendly notebooks, Danica 58. You guys, this onion skin that I showed a couple videos back, oh my gosh. This paper is gorgeous. I have this cut to a B6. This is my next journal, and the paper is fabulous, just fabulous. And then this cover I made myself. I'm really struggling because I want to get a Giglio dark brown Appunto, B6 Appunto, but I want to see how this patinas. And so yeah, so that is my set. That's my next journal. This is my current journal that I set up on camera, that I'm still in, and I'm being really good because I want to switch to that onion skin really, really bad. But I'm like, nope, you need to finish this, and I'm only a couple pages away, and so I'm excited. But one way or another, I have a journal always going, and the size just depends on whatever notebook I decide to choose. So right now, this is an A5 Stalogy half year, and yeah, it's fine. So that's in a Moterm, and then I have 2 Moterm covers with 2 Hobonichi weeks, 1 for each child. And I got this idea from Sarah Martinez, and I'm gonna say I don't need this on there, and I actually need a gray one. This is the pen loop from Moterm. I will link it. It's in Amazon. These are a great investment if you like to carry a highlighter and a pen, and they come in lots of colors. So I forgot that was on there. So this is the olive, this is the gray, and one for my son, and I decorated the inside. I just have some tickets and memories there. I'm gonna tell you that, and then this is Olivia's, and I love it. Here's the thing about this. My kids are adults, and like when Olivia visited, I wrote a lot each day because we had a lot of memories that were happening each day. And then I wrote a note on the right side. Let's see, let me see. Oh, I turned straight back to the paper. I'm trying to get like, okay. So each day I made a note here, and then when the week was over, I just wrote a big long note. I'm gonna tell you that the weeks is just too much planner, too many pages for me. I don't use the monthlies at all. I don't use this. I suppose I could go in and highlight for each day that I actually have journaled a little memory. I did decorate some of this, but I don't use these months, and I won't ever begin to use all of the note pages in the back. So this is a little too much notebook / planner for this project. I think I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm deciding if the passport photo memory journaling that I'm gonna be starting is gonna be enough for each kid, or if I do want to go just kind of smaller. I'm not sure. This is a lot. Guys, this is a lot of notebook for just what I'm doing, where I'm just periodically just making a note on that day. So I don't do a journal entry every day for my kids. So I'm rethinking that. It's still a really good notebook. It's still a really good planner for if you have kids at home and you want to journal something every day, then it's great. I'm actually glad that I pulled that. See, that's how long ago I pulled out Alexander's Hobonichi Weeks, is I completely forgot this pen loop was on there. So I do kind of want to finish the year with that. So this is my Giglio cover in the orange. It looks really shiny, and I love this. I love this, their calf leather. It's beautiful. This is my Hobonichi Weeks. We've spent a lot of time in it this year, and how do I want to say? I'm testing out another size for my everyday carry that goes in my purse, because again, the Hobonichi Weeks has a lot of space that I'm not really utilizing. So I do use this to reference, and I do use the note pages. This was actually a spread I did where I tipped in one of the note pages. I cut it out from the back. But and I love Hobonichi Weeks kits, but I'm trying out a smaller size, you guys. And here's why. I came into a couple of situations recently where I needed to tear out paper, and I needed notes and lists that I don't necessarily, I'm searching for my words. I'm doing some home rentals, and I had to have some notes where I gave it to somebody, and they were in here, and I was like, well, I'm not about to tear out my notes. out of my Hobonichi weeks. And then it just kept happening. And so I thought, I need to reassess this. This is, again, a lot of planner where I use, I do use the note pages, but I'd like them to be more, where I can just kind of either get rid of them, or I can give them to somebody else, or say I bump into somebody, I'm like, hey, here's my contact information. I write it down, I tear it out. Can you see where I'm going though with my future one? And it's, yeah, it's not a bound book. Let's put it that way. So again, I have not fallen out of love with the Hobonichi weeks, but it seems to be a little bit too big for my everyday carry. So I'm testing out one. And that's the other thing that I do is if I feel like I want to make a change, I still keep going in this, but then I start the newer one, and I kind of set this aside close. Okay. I don't get rid of it. I don't box it up. And if I, in a month, don't reach for the old one, which would be this, then I know that I can go ahead and transition into the new one. But the Hobonichi weeks for my everyday carry, though, has worked for me for this entire first part of the 2022. So, and I'm telling you, if you guys are on the fence about ordering a Giglio and you can save up for it or afford it, I say go for it, because it is worth every penny. It is worth every penny. And so, yeah, I love this cover so much. I will always love that cover. I will always keep that cover. All right, so then I also have my highlight of the day, Memory Hobonichi Cousin. I love this thing so much. Hobonichi Cousin A5. I track my videos. I track how much money I earn on Amazon, my revenue from the YouTube from my channel, and then my subs, and then all of the videos, and then I write down how many I had for the month. I decorate the pages with these 5x7 jumbo stickers. I get them from Shine Sticker Studio, Pookie Bear Cuties, and then these are both from Kawaii Designs. The pages that I'm not going to use, I decorate. Then I jot down the weather. I keep track of that in my kind of everyday personal rings. I'm touching this every day since I started it, and I love it. So these monthly kits are from Pookie Bear Cuties. I love her monthly kits because they're not... these are individual stickers, so if you decide that you like this kit but you want to use it next year, it's okay to buy it, because it's not like in one big strip that's biased to the year or to that month of that year. So I have so much fun tracking the weather. I don't get it, because the weather doesn't affect me. Like, it is what it is. It's going to happen. But I just love jotting it down and tracking it. So I have to fill in June. Then here's my July, my August, September, and then I have October. And I just put down the kit that I think is pretty. And then I still need November and December. And I think those will probably be Kawaii Designs. So I need to add jumbo stickers to these pages, or colored cardstock, because I don't really use these for anything. And I don't cross over my years, meaning like I'll stop in December for the year of 2022. And then here's my weekly, and I'm just having the best time with these. I love these kits from Kawaii Designs. I've also used Pookie Bear Cuties. Oh, yeah, here. I didn't really fill this in, but I don't care. I just have so much fun looking at this. So this is going to be... this will be the first time that I have a year in one book. And this is basically going to be what I save for the future. I probably New Year's Eve will sit down and flip through this and just kind of remember back. And so I don't get the Avec, I get the whole book. But I won't necessarily keep the weeks, because everything I need for 2023 I'll transfer, and I won't necessarily keep my personal rings inserts. It just kind of isn't really anything, but this I will keep for memories and tracking what happened that year. All right, so this is the fruit kit from Sweet Kawaii Designs. I love this so much. And so this is this week. And actually I need to write in my weight here. And I think that's about it. So I just track just general things in the weekly, and I'm just having a blast with it. And then here is how I decorate some of my daily pages. They're not filled in yet, but I get to it. I actually have a separate little unofficial notebook that I write down in case I can't get to it that day. So I just can go back and fill this in. So these are the pages where I track the weather, what I had for dinner, what I was watching that day, and the book I was reading. I always jot down a gratitude and then the highlights of the day. And you guys, I can't say enough about this process. It is so quick and easy. I know exactly. And okay, so here's a couple of things that I was thinking about yesterday while I was doing a couple of pages is this has freed me to know exactly what to order because it's kind of a fill in the blank, paint by numbers planning for me. So I can use my Sweet Kawaii. I can pretty much use any sticker kit and make it work for a couple of days. And I'm just loving it. I don't even know how to express the peace that has come with doing this process for me. And now I have the one book all contained for 2022. And so I just do different layouts, whichever way the mood throws me. And yeah, but I'm always having these 4 boxes. Well, actually 4 here. And then I have a gratitude box and then a highlights box. So see, each day just turns out different depending on, what I decide to use. And so I have to get started on that because that's next week. That's it for this A5 Hobonichi Cousin. I will be buying this again. I'm sorry about this cover. I've had a couple people say, oh, I love that cover so much, and I did get it on Amazon, and they don't have it anymore. Straight up, it's gone. That's how that happens sometimes with some of those sellers on Amazon. So then the last planner that I have to share with you is this is my personal rings. This is a Moterm in the dusty, I think they're calling it the dusty rose now. This is the regular size, okay? This isn't the 2.0 Luxe. And I found that the regular size, I will link it. I found that the regular size is more to the liking of a Giglio, and I did not like I returned the green, the olive one that I had because it was too wide. It was so square. It was almost like I was planning in a B6 rings, and I didn't like it. So this actually, my flower Giglio has a new loving home, and my friend Heidi, she loved it more than I did, so we came to an agreement, and I did order a Vanderspec in the Touch Me line, and I'm excited to see how I like that, but I haven't received it yet. So this is, we're not going to do a full flip, but this is basically, I touch this numerous times a day. It is in my lap a lot in the morning, and this is kind of like, this holds everything. I would say this is more like my house planner. I do not take this with me, you guys. I don't take this with me. And that's another thing is I do when I watch B6 Stalogy plan with me's, I'm like, oh, I miss my B6. I can always go back to that. But honestly, I think I'm nostalgic about it. I just think I love the paper. I love flipping through it. But this has made it where I am more creative with my thoughts and with my organizing my life. And this has just been the exact change I needed. So again, not going to do a flip because I've changed a few things, but nothing where it's worth spending the time in this video. I have in the front, I just mark off the day, and then I'm marking my sodas on the next one here. And so what I did was, because I started this mid-year, I did buy inserts, and I didn't really make it super fancy, and just wanted to see how it worked. And I love it, love it, love it, love it. So next year is when I will, how did that end up? Oh no, okay. Next year is when I will make it kind of I'll tighten it up a little bit and make it look nicer, but right now it's just all about the function. So I have my months at a glance here, and then I took out the first part of the year, and then I do plan with me's where I have my current month where I mimic my Stalogy. Okay, I have my cleaning schedule there. I mimic my Stalogy and how I had that structured each month. I have a list section, I have a quote section, and I have a money section where I plot my my paydays, what I'm going to pay on those paydays, my bills for the month. Have things cleared out of my checking account, and then my wish list, so that if I have extra money I can spend on a payday, then I go in and I look at my wish list and I decide if I still want that item or not, and maybe cross it off and get it. So anything that has to do with money, budgeting, or bills. I have a personal section, which is addresses and passwords. And then I have a YouTube section where I make notes, ideas, I keep track of my stats. And then in the very back, I have extra blank paper. So I cut my, hang on, let me pull this out. I take my inserts and I make a little slit here so that I can just put it in and out of the rings easily without opening and closing the rings. This is not a new trick. Lots of people do this. And what that has done, here we'll go here. What that has done is, you guys, all I can tell you is that I feel so much more creative. I feel more free that this, what this rings has done for me, where I'm just like, yeah, I can totally pull that out. And I have freedom to be creative. So if I go to my today and I need to write more notes, or if I need to jot stuff down, brain dump, it's just like I can just tuck it wherever I want in these rings. That's my dog Cooper. That's all I just feel so happy with my choice to go into the rings. It just really helped me a lot. I know that's like, I sound really blah, and that's because I'm looking for my words, and I'm just not sure how to express to you how much this has helped me. These are 25 millimeter rings, you guys, and you can see that there it's pretty chunky, but what I wanted to show you guys about this planner was it snaps, and the Giglio did not. So I really like this. This is the personal regular, and it runs $60 on Amazon, and there's a couple of colors in the croc colors. So so that's my current lineup for the first part of 2022. And yeah, I'm going to be making some changes, and I probably will make them sooner than later. And I feel like I'm really coming into my own with my planners and my decisions and my choices. And I'm really happy with what's happening. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. See, planner season is coming, you guys. Next month in August is when Hobonichi launches or you get a sneak peek, and then in September, I think it's the first week in September, first couple of days, they start selling the 2023 lineup. And so it's about to happen. And so I hope that this has helped you with deciding what you want to make a change with, or what you might want to try before 2023 starts. I know that that's what I'm doing, is I'm making a few changes, and before I show those and talk about them, I want to make sure that they work for me, because that's another thing is I don't like to just switch and then announce it and then 2 weeks later go, okay, that sucked, and yeah, that didn't work for me. So sometimes it's just nice to hear somebody else's experience and input. And so, like, for instance, with the Hobonichi weeks, if you're not going to make notations, or like, this would be a great gratitude log. Other uses for it would be well, I'm drawing a blank. I would say if you wanted a gratitude log that was all contained in the whole year, the Hobonichi weeks would make a great choice for that. If you have small kids like babies and toddlers where you're starting their life off, where you're going to make a notation every day, this is a great planner for that, because you know, you can take the note pages in the back and you can add photos and things. And these are not new ideas, you guys. You can add photos back here. You could, you know, I know that Sarah, when people, family would visit and she said, you know, do you want to log in their books? They can write a little note to the child. So there's lots of different ways that you can use this. For me, because my kids are grown and I don't make a notation every day, this is too much notebook for them. Again, journal. I like playing with sizes. The Hobonichi weeks for me worked for a while, but the size and the fact that the note paper, I didn't want to tear it out. I know I can tear the notebook paper out. I know I can do that. That's my choice, but I didn't want to. And not only that, if I tore out the paper with the notes, every time I would end up 4 months into the year with no note paper in the back. So I needed, I'm trying out another situation where I can make that happen, where I can add, and here's a hint. It's not this size rings. You know what, I'm just going to say it. Goodness and mercy. This isn't like, you know, I'm not trying to keep a state secret. I'm trying out a pocket rings for my everyday carry. I think it's going to work. I think this is just too much planner for me for my lifestyle and carrying. But I want to really work it for a solid month before I show you guys. And then of course, I love this so much. And I did toy with the idea of just using a plain notebook and just making daily pages. But I actually like the fact that I can have my weather and my YouTube stats and my daily memories all in one notebook. So this is working. And then of course, this is the holy grail of planners for me lately. And then of course, have a little place where you can be creative. So, all right. So I hope, I tried to sign off, you guys. You know how I get like, oh wait, I want to say one more thing. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and always enjoy today. Bye everybody.